The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
I came up here with the idea of the battle. I was really against it, but that's what they wanted to do, so I tried to give them what they wanted. I don't like the battle. There's no need for battle. My record speaks for me.
All along, I thought I had to go somewhere. I thought I had to be something else. I thought I had to change my style. I thought all this stuff. And then in the shelter itself, I meet the social worker who becomes my DJ, who we formed the group Boogie Down Productions because we were from the Boogie Down Bronx.
What did I like about Blastmaster KRS One? Pretty simple. He didn't care. He'd go at you and wouldn't even think anything about it.
Yo, the first record I heard from KRS One and Boogie Down Productions was the same record probably everybody heard. The Bridge Is Over.
This is a man who, as an exercise, wrote a diss record for every hot rapper out there.
At the time, battles was big, bigger than it is today. As big as battles are today. In the 80s, it was way bigger. Careers actually started when you won a battle. Careers ended when you lost one. Yeah. And so nobody was quick to battle. Nobody was quick to say, I'm the best.
KRS is a battle rapper.
Yeah, absolutely.
I knew that was going to be very, very competitive.
Because immediately people were like, ooh, you testing one of the best lyricists in the city.
Lawrence Chris Parker, known to the world as Blastmaster KRS One, is one of the founding members of Boogie Down Productions, which he formed with the late DJ Scott LaRock. Both from the Bronx, BDP, which included Kenny Parker, D Nice, Miss Melody, and Willie D. In 1987, he and Scott released their debut album, Criminal Minded, on March 3rd on B-Boy Records.
The single, The South Bronx, which was released in 1986, was a response to a single MC Shan release called The Bridge.
So now, MC Shan, who come under the behalf of Marley Marl, part of the Juice Crew, had came out with a song called The Bridge.
You love to hear the story again and again of how it all got started way back when. The monument is right in your face. Sit and listen for a while to the name of the place.
Sparking one of the first publicized hip-hop feuds at the time where and even New York's top 2 radio stations got caught in the crosshairs.
And we talking about Scott LaRock, rest in peace, and KRS One. When they heard The Bridge and they see this affiliation with Magic, they said, oh, you're going after them.
We took our first demo to a guy named Mr. Magic. Rest in peace, he's gone now. But we took our demo to Mr. Magic and he dissed us.
So they went in the studio and recorded South Bronx.
People tell me this style is terrific. It is kind of different. Let's get specific. KRS One specialized in music. I'll only use this type of style when I choose it.
Scott put the beat down. The beat went down. My voice went down. Many people tell me this style.
I like KRS, and I do like KRS because of his delivery.
I come crystal clear to that ass first class. You can't last the clash or the outlash or the boom dash.
One take, the chorus went down. South Bronx.
His breath control, he is the quintessential MC.
In return, MC Shan came with a record answer to South Bronx called Kill That Noise. And that's when they went ahead and presented and made this song called The Bridge Is Over.
Like, as soon as that joint come on, it's completely a vibe.
He was like, no, you got something you need to hear. So I was like, okay, play. And then that's when I heard, dum, 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 dum. And I was like, and as I'm listening to it, like, what the fuck happened while I was gone? Like, I come back and we're at war.
Because I remember when Fly Tie, I think it was just a little after The Bridge Is Over came out. I remember Fly Tie coming to me saying, all right, look, I need you to end this. But don't tell Shan that, you know, I asked you to. But I need you to end this. And I'm like, KRS is my man.
Right.
I'm not getting in that. That's between them. I'm like, dude don't even speak to me.
Right.
I'm like, KRS is my man. That's their thing.
Oh, you sucker MC, won't you please come out to play? Cause he's an example of KRS One flow. He's an example of KRS One.
Where it even had New York's top 2 radio stations caught in the crosshair.
First played South Bronx and then followed with The Bridge Is Over. I think I kept it authentic for what hip hop was always a part of.
This guy was just a competitor, a battle MC. When I think of battling and stuff like that, KRS One is definitely someone you don't want to play with. You definitely leave him alone because you're gonna get dissed hard.
The public beef would heighten the world onto the brother KRS One, who was rather underground and unknown at the time. The style and lyrics he used became more than battle-tested rhymes, but songs about educating his peers and fans on black hip-hop culture.
It didn't really come full circle to me until I saw the video for My Philosophy on Yo MTV Raps.
Cause I'm a teacher and Scott is a scholar. It ain't about money cause we all make dollars. That's why I walk with my head up. When I hear whack rhymes, I get fed up. Rap is like a setup, a lot of games, a lot of suckers with colorful names. I'm so-and-so, I'm this, I'm that, but they all just wick, whack.
Even the way the Blast Master, let the beat drop out and, he just started off.
Let's begin. What, where, why, always.
Will all be explained like instructions to a game.
I'm not insane. In fact, I'm kind of rational. And I'll be asking,
who is more dramatic? This one or that one? The white one or the black one?
Pick the punk and I jump up to attack.
One. KRS One is just the guy to lead a crew.
Right up to your face and dish you.
KRS One created songs like My Philosophy, Criminal Minded, and Still Number One early in his career, establishing himself as a witty rhyme slayer that had something to say.
Boogie Down Production. We'll always get paid. We'll take no action. So come on. And get better. What? Remember to let us into your skin. What? Cause there's no beginning to master rhyming. Criminal minded, you've been blinded. You can't find it. They are the audience. I am the lyricist. I'm trying to tell you on the side how to hear this case. A place that I had a case. Free as a bird of flight. A horse thing ain't here for no fun. Just to say a little cow. It's nothing so funny because they're all about nothing. However, I'm really calculating to the letter. I always have a focus is better and better. My angel is coming from feel like a hammer. You hear the sound. I need to open your mouth. I don't say baby. You can to other people. Alright, introduce myself. Keep my hair like a hill. Got a very girl. Attraction only women. Got a top of a little girl. This girl looks so good. But the brain is not bad.
His words have transformed the hearts and minds of hip-hop fans domestic and abroad and built Boogie Down Production fan base across the world.
I was looking at the back of the album, Duck Down, Drug Dealer, Poison Products, Sex and Violence. This seems like an album that's right on time.
Oh yeah, right on time with what's happening. Actually, a couple of the records you just mentioned there go directly out to our community. Records, Duck Down is more or less a lyrical style of rap music. We always try to take it back to the original aspect of rap music. Drug Dealers is just telling these brothers out here, organize and get off the streets with that nonsense because it's killing us. Word up.
Yeah. Have you
KRS One, passionately known as the teacher, would make us think with his style and delivery of music, moving from Blastmaster KRS One to becoming more of a hip-hop teacher, incorporating black culture and experiences, weaving in and out of his music.
One of the first conscious solo hip-hop artists from the 80s, spearheaded the Stop the Violence movement.
I went and put that out on the By All Means Necessary LP. What happened is that record became, of course, larger than the bootleg. And it became like a little anthem within hip-hop music. Stop the violence in hip-hop, YL. Okay.
What happened is jumped on the Dope Jam tour, rocking the Dope Jam tour. The last show of the Dope Jam tour was at Nassau Coliseum. Nassau Coliseum was like the most packed show out ever. It was like, you know, the show of shows for that session of time. But what happened was that the security, due to some other stuff, the security had quit on the tour. And when they quit, we had no security at Nassau Coliseum. You have Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Bronx, Staten Island, Long Island, Jersey in the house. They started bugging. What happened was this kid got killed over a gold chain there. Out of all the many things that went on that night, that seemed to be the zenith of the ignorance. He died because of his gold chain, stabbed in the heart, I think it was.
KRS One was very instrumental in bringing the hip-hop community to recognizing the damage that black communities were facing and is facing with the Stop the Violence movement after the demise of his partner, DJ Scott LaRock. KRS One was a master of flow, but is mostly credited for bringing a Jamaican style to hip-hop, for at the time was never recorded on a record the way that KRS One did it.
KRS One has had his shares of rifts and battles with various artists, but certain artists have had some issues with KRS One on their own, as the brother Jay from X-Clan explains.
We could all speak our view and let people know what it was, or y'all beefing with KRS and such. And my thing in my mind is we're a movement, and they are a rap group.
Exist in a state of vainglorious, as we are protected by the red, the black, and the green. Heed the words of the brother, Sissy.
Letters to words, word to phrase to paragraph. Heed math as Jay begins class. The science of past is now brought to the rhyme fix. From the scroll, straight to the verse. God to gods, from gods to man. Many kings, many leaders, a fist from a hand. They call me militant, now what does this mean? Do I carry a gun to make the army scene? With the cause.
You feel me? It was no Temple of Hip Hop to say Temple of Hip Hop and Black Watch or whatever. It was BDP, and Black Watch had something to say to him, to say, we appreciate you, but we need you more for the people before you go to that tier. And it wasn't communicated properly. So me being young and arrogant at the time and lyrical, like, you know, if the elder said that, I'm a pit bull for the movement. I'm freedom of death. If that's who you want, okay, look, KRS, you must learn.
Alright, cool. But no need to pull the tool, cause that's a fool. I get my words sliced in my stool to produce the words that they feel about.
This, that, and the other, swimming in the books ain't given. Scales of the black man, ways in the living. Real deal. They only took the you must learn and ooh, but they didn't weigh the rest out.
KRS One always stayed true to the core hip-hop elements in every record he made. Whether he was telling us about black history, or how NYPD were terrorizing black neighborhoods, or how loving things and love is gonna get you can backfire if you don't know how to manage your wants. The Blastmaster KRS One always had hard beats to match his intricate and intellectual approach to his lyrics. Step Into a World was just another example of a record that KRS One stayed close to his hip-hop roots.
I'm about to hit you with that traditional style of co-rocking, giving options for head knocking, non-stopping. Tip-topping lyrics we dropping, but styles can be forgotten, so we bring back the raw hip-hop.
With his masterful play of words and visuals to represent the culture to the fullest. Throughout his career, KRS One would evolve from on-stage performances to doing lectures educating people on hip-hop and the elements of the culture. He would go on to release several studio albums, starting in 1987 under the name Boogie Down Productions with Criminal Minded, all the way up to 2020 releasing projects. KRS One is still very active today and have influenced some of your favorite artists.
You got records like Black Cop, Sound of the Police, you know what I mean? These were like battle cries for like things that were going on in our hood. And, you know, even to this day, as soon as you hear that, whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police, whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the beast, you know, it really takes you back to a space, place, and time where you first heard those records, and it just, you know, puts everything all in perspective. So every lap, man, the blast master, the teacher, gonna teach you something. And then even come back around and tell you if he was wrong about something. You know what I mean? So that's cool. That's cool.
That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police.
My name is KRS One, for those that don't know, the teacher of hip hop. We run a production company called Boogie Down Productions. I'm squinting because we're here in New York and the sun is blaring.
So Chris, man. So yo, why don't you do me a favor? Tell us about this Hell movement you started.
Well, it's called Human Education Against Lies. HEAL. It's word warfare. We put out t-shirts like Jesus was an African, Aristotle was a thief, Dick Tracy is a racist. You know, things like that. Real good messages that kids really need to hear nowadays in the 90s.
The songs that KRS One created separated and carved out his place among the top lyrical MCs of the 80s rap era.
Even having Big Daddy Kane in an interview expressing his desire to go head-to-head with KRS One instead of the much-anticipated Big Daddy Kane and Rakim battle.
It was the type of thing where in my mind, KRS was the battle I really wanted.
Really?
Yeah. Because see, Rakim is a great, incredible lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that brother rhyme style is impeccable, but he's not a battle rapper.
Mm-hmm.
So I already knew how that would go, you know, because he's not a battle rapper.
Right.
KRS is a battle rapper.
This is what you waited all year for. The hardcore, that's what KRS is here for. Big up Grand Wizard Theodore getting ill. If you see, then you saw. I mean, you grew with mad skill.
Yeah, absolutely.
I knew that was going to be very, very competitive. Like, I knew that, like, that was going to be one of them, you know, I'm gonna have to, you know, take a few jabs to the chin, you know, uppercut, you know, a few rib shots. I'm gonna have to take a few of these, you know, in this battle. Like, you know, like I thought that would have been a great battle.
You've been in the Juice Crew, and KRS One was very vocal about his disrespect or disdain for the Juice Crew. How come it never happened?
Well, because back then, Shan didn't like me.
Really?
Yeah, like I was a new dude in the group, and Shan didn't like me. Now, we're brothers right now. Like, we call and, you know, crack jokes. We'll be on the phone for 45 minutes cracking jokes, you know. But back then, Shan didn't like me. And, you know, it was the type of thing where, like, you know, whenever I'm around, you know, he didn't refer to me by my name. You know, he would, you know, say, so the new nigga coming to the show? Like, I was the new nigga.
For a period of time, KRS One moved from the artist to a label executive, holding the position of vice president of A&R for Reprise Record, who's the parent company of Warner Music Group. The Blastmaster KRS One, passionately known as the teacher, would make us respect his style and delivery of music. KRS One is an artist that his music will stand the test of time. His accolades extend his reach past music and into the fabric of American culture. His words have transformed the hearts and minds of hip-hop fans domestic and abroad and built BDP's fan base across the world. For this, we give you your flowers. I'm PMD of EPMD along with my partner Kraze, King of Content. Until next episode, we out.
If you don't know me by now, I doubt you'll ever know me. I never won a Grammy, I won't win a Tony, but I'm not the only MC keeping it real. When I grab the mic and smash rap, my girls go ill. Check the time as I rhyme, it's 1995 whenever I arrive. The party gets liver, flow with the master rhymer. That's the lead behind a video rapper. You know the chop rhymer, tapper. Down goes another rapper, on to another matter. Punch up the data, blast master. Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everybody. Call up KRS, guaranteed to rip a party. Flat top braids, bald heads, or Nazi dread. It once was a story about a man named Jay.